What's up, comic book Joe?
Watch Night Tiger Comic.
Tiger Comic.
Tiger Comic.
Night Tiger Comic.
Tiger Comic.
What? Night Tiger Comic.
Comic. Night Tiger Comic.
Yeah.
Junkies, Mike Smith here, your host at Night Tiger Comics. And today I am taking the Comic Collector Geeks Challenge to show my best, my favorites, my top 10 Golden Age comic books in my collection. So let me say this was not easy. I didn't even go through everything because it would just be too much for this video. Sorry, I'm still trying to get my voice back, so it's going to be a little weird talking. But so these I'm going to show you are a little stack of what could have been the number 9 or the number 10 spot. And then we'll do the countdown. So I guess they're honorable mentions. Like I said, I could have kept going. This was so hard to do. So honorable mentions, we have a Green Hornet, number 14 from 1943. Just a goal of mine was to get an early Green Hornet, and I was able to get this one at an affordable price. And if I don't ever get another earlier one than this, I'm very happy. So Green Hornet number 14, 1943. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. It is a bondage cover. It's supposedly a Nazi spy cover, I believe. What up next? We have Crown Comics number 1. Tough book to get. Beautiful Matt Baker cover. This is from winter of 1944. What's up next? This is Cracker Jack Funnies number 8, 1939. So a really early Golden Age book. You could see why this was hard not to put on the list. And it came with a clear backing board. And it's a bondage cover. Ooh! What do we got next? This has no information on the back. This is Triple Threat. This is a very scarce comic book. This is called The Lost Charlton. It was printed with Holyoke, Indicia, and Charlton headquarters address. So it's not really sure who published it and who printed it. So very cool. I have to do a separate video on that. And what do we got here? Oh man, I remember when I forget who showed it on Instagram. My friend from Holland. And when he showed this, I had to get one. Now there's a reprint. It says, I think it says Accept Comics here. I didn't want that one. I wanted the first printing. This book can be all over the place when it comes to price, but it's just a beautiful LB Cole cover. It's actually a retooled from, I believe, from Terror something. Cover. He took the same image and then changed the details of it. So we got Smash Comics number 20 with Bozo the Robot, 1941. Third robot cover in comics that I can determine. And then we also have number 26, 1941. There were 2 robot covers that came out within a month of each other. I think it was Movie Comics or Movie Classics number 1. And also Smash Comics number 1. So this is from September 1941. So these are all which could have been a number 9 or number 10. Of course, you have to have a Green Hornet. Another one, this is a Schomburg. That's from 1945. Of course, a Blue Beetle, number 31, June 44. He's leading the troops there against the Japanese with a grenade in his hand. Blue Beetle 31. And then Yellow Jacket, number 9. Is it number 9? Number 7. First story narrated by an old witch in comics, so predating EC by 7 years. Very cool book. Nice skull cover. I'm posting 31 Golden Age Halloween comics or 31 days of Halloween, Golden Age Halloween comics on Instagram. So I'll be doing that every day. At least I'm going to try to. So Blue Beetle number 9. Ooh, yeah. Number 9. Some Nazis down here. Nazi spies. And 2 more honorable mentions. Actually, they're both the same comic. So B Barbie. My Ghost Rider was able to manage to get 2 of them things. This is from 1952, number 15. So a theme of my collecting is I like scarce books. Tough books, but books that aren't super huge where they're thousands of dollars. Okay, so getting into the list. So we're going to start off with number 10. Why did I make this number 10? I just got this book and I've been looking for one for about 5 years. First one I've seen, and it was dirt cheap. I was able to pick it up. It's Ace romance comic, but it's Western Trails number 1, but it's actually numbered 7. Previously it was Western Adventures, so it was a title change. I was able to get number 1 finally after 5 years, 1949. Western Trails. Really nice copy, too. So that's my number 10. I finally got it. So that's my number 10. So that's why that's number 10. Okay, this was a book that Joe from Tennessee, Black Box, Silver and Bronze, put on my radar. He got a copy when he was on his travels. And just happened to find me a copy cheap online. Captain Rocket, number 1. It was a one-shot, only issue, from November 1951. Pretty tough book to get, too. So very cool. Captain Rocket, number 9. Captain Rocket. So I got this next book, number 8. Number 8. Really dirt cheap, and it's a nice copy, but it's just so much part of history. So this is number 11, World's Finest Comics. It's the Victory Garden cover. Fall of 1943. This thing is thick. It's got your top 3 superheroes of the day on the cover. And it's got a really killer story in here on a soldier that gets stranded behind enemy lines. And they use the actual army manual in the story, picture or page by page, to him to get out. So it's a really fun comic. World's Finest, number 8, fall 1943. That's number 8. Number 8. Or no, number 11. Number 11, number 8. Okay, number 7. This is just one of my all-time favorites. I love, in the Golden Age, when the superhero on the cover is like super giant and he's picking up the bad guys in his hands. And that's quite a frequent trope in the Golden Age. So we got Crackerjack Comics, number 34, April 1941. Man, I just love this cover. I love it so much, I had to get a second copy. So we got a 7.0 What is I forget what the green label is. Qualified. So there's a page where half a page is torn out of it. But there you go. Qualified 7.0. Cracker Jack Comics, number 34, April 1941. What was that? Number 7. Number 7. Okay, so number 6. I love Harry Chesler comics. They are the coolest. And so to find this one at an affordable price, I couldn't believe it. Dynamic Comics number 9 with a Macro Boy cover. Just a killer sci-fi cover. Look at those ray guns and machine gun on that, whatever he's flying. Some kind of spaceship or something. That's from May 1944. Really scarce book. So again, Dynamic Comics number 9, May 1944, and that's my number 6, right? Yes, 6. Okay, next up, just happens to be another Harry A. Chesler. If you do your research, you'll find out that the A stands for nothing. He just added that because it made it sound his name sound more prestigious. But we have a nice high-grade copy of Skyrocket Comics. This is a one-shot comic from 1944. Ken Battlefield cover. Just a really cool comic. The name is just so cool. Skyrocket Comics. It just sounds so cool. This would have been a better cover for the Skyrocket because it fits the name. So Harry Chesler, that's my number 5. My number 5. Skyrocket Comics number 1. Okay, so moving on. So number 4 is a Holyoke comic with a cool history. Extremely scarce, very sure comics number 1. Again, a one-shot comic. This is from 1943. Again, published by Holyoke. These were unused stories of Captain Aerial comics they had laying around in the office. So they put a cover on it, made it a comic. Now there is a reissue that came out 2 years after this, which is also extremely hard to find, with just a minimal color change on the cover. So the very best surefire comics. Number 1, 1943, and that's my number 4. Moving on to Prize Comics, and it is published by Prize Comics. Prize Comics number 10, featuring the Black Owl, May 1941. As you can guess, this is a scarce comic book. I was blessed to find it in a dollar bin like 22 years ago. So that is Prize Comics number 10, May 1941. That's my number 3. So if you've watched this channel, you follow me, you should know what my number 2 and my number 1 are. They never change. Now my number 3s to whatever's, they will change a little bit. So let's get into number 2. Number 2 is Captain Aerial Comics. Number 16, August 1944. Again, an extremely scarce book. A World War II cover. Is that Nazi cover? Japanese cover. Alex Schomburg. But this was conserved by my good friend in New York, Jerry the Jitterbug. Comics and Collectibles. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you know who he is. So that's my number 2, Captain Arrow Comics, number 16, August 1944. My number 2. Alan, thank you for extending the challenge. I appreciate it. This is fun. Any reason to go through the collection, is just so fun. So, my number 1 comic in Night Tiger Comics collection is Silver Streak Comics number 12, July 1941, featuring Daredevil. And this is Lev Gleason comic. I got that right? I hope so. But anyways, yes. So this was owned by my other good friend, Metarog. And I saw it on Jerry's channel. First time I popped on his channel. Roger said he would trade for it. We did. It's in my collection. It's my number 1 comic. It will always be my number 1 comic. I can't see any reasons for any other comic to hit this out of the number 1 spot. So Silver Streak Comics, number 12, July 1941. Number 1 in my collection, Mike Smith at Night Tiger Comics. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Okay, that's done. Oh my goodness.